Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dream Daddy. Last we left off, we were chasing down a dog with Damien, who turns out to have a day job. Anyway, we appear to have hit on the right solution. That is a muscular fucking dog. I'm sorry, I just noticed how fucking buff the creature was. Anyway, we left off giving the right said banana bread to the pupper to get her to cooperate. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Oh no. We're definitely not trespassing. Okay, what flavor pizza rolls are those? Pepperoni Blast. Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's along... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grasp and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad! Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words.
Whoa.
Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Boof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Borf. We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of a...
Sweet Manchego.
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah! I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. There's more to taking care of a dog than that, but... I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map, and pull a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you, if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household.
Hey.
Well, alright. It's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. Honestly, that's the thing. If you've got a kid who might be acting up, a little responsibility with taking care of an animal can do wonders. I mean, that's why there's such a concept of therapy animals or therapy pets. Therapy dogs being one of the most common. They can actually really help with rehabilitating. Even just being in the company of an animal, and sometimes dogs, sometimes cats, other animals as well, can go a long way in helping a kid feel more grounded. Anyway.
Oh.
I know. He called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this would be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Lore, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah.
Give it a rest, buddy.
Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him... Mary,
Hey.
you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing. I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care. And that's awesome. Honestly, this sounds like a fucking rehash of Undyne's proclamation of love for Alphys. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring? At all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? I'm gonna save, because all of these. Does a bat have wings? Gonna just test, because that's adorable. Also, I want to say that I really appreciate the idea of normalizing asking permission to kiss someone first. Like, we've romanticized the idea of spontaneous kissing, and that's all well and good, and, you know, that can be very passionate, especially if you do have that sort of connection with someone. But I think it's also important, especially in the early stages of a relationship, to open up the lens of communication, and asking permission for something like, well, just kissing someone can make, I think, a big deal. And I think it is incredibly romantic to be respectful of the other person's boundaries. Thou art welcome. And he's missing his glasses, I just noticed. Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what? Just kiss me. He smiles slightly and leads in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to... And he's got glasses again. Help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was... lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here. I can't do voice work for apparently. I forget voices! There's too many voices! Ah! Okay. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning?
Huh.
Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Get whatever job you want as long as it has health insurance.
I'm sensing a romance between us. A chemical romance. What? That's a band?
I love him so much. Oh, really? 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 Okay. And I believe that is the end of that date. And, well, I mean, it should obviously be the end of that date. And... Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. Alright, now the fast forward button is working.
Oh.
That's still so intimidating. And he's showing up wearing the outfit! Ah! You told me not to make a big deal.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone, but first, mac and cheese. Alright, let's see. Lore, my dude.
Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again.
Hey.
Sure. Quadro, we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you.
Really?
Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We could always use extra hands around the shelter. And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart.
Dad, we're having a moment.
Hey, Sailor. Your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached at the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my room. I mean, Amanda's own dad apparently snuck a dog into their room, so I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down.
No.
We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely.
Oh.
She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Lore! Bro!
Nice. Hey.
Plate of mac and cheese. Perfect cheddar mac ratio. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see. Yep.
Hey. Ah.
Yep. Oh. Anytime, but I know we had a rocky start. I'm sorry if I skipped the dialogue there. God damn it. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you, too. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Also, I'm sorry about the oregano thing. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around, Lore. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on her back porch step. Yep. Again, I've already seen this. It's us. So, okay, looks like someone's walked in. I glance over to the back of the yard where Damien is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go eat ice cream. Aw. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seaty boys? What? Really? I'm kidding, Lore. But what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Lore, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form. My information technology form. But what you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself. A three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place. To make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy that you've realized you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Lore. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked by how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. And there we have it. Boy howdy, this has been certainly one heck of a ride. And certainly took me far too long to finally make it all the way through the game. And the thing is that, I mean, obviously, I haven't played all of the game. There were 3 other paths that I just did not explore. I didn't explore Brian, or Robert, or Joseph. There were some people that I just straight up did not want to romance. Now, okay, that's not true. It's not that I don't want to romance them, it's just that romancing all of them in one playthrough would have been quite a bit. And this obviously took long enough to already get to this point. So, if you like this playthrough, if you like this game, if you like what you see, I highly recommend going through and actually, picking up a copy and playing through yourself. Play through the other paths that I haven't seen, see what they actually entail. And hey, I mean, if you know, feel free to let me know about it. Although, maybe not in the comment section, just to avoid spoilers for other people. I appreciate you guys being really nice and not super spoiling things for other people who are watching. And obviously there were some of those extra, the Dad Director's Cut stuff, the extra little mini-games that were included on the Dad Book page. I obviously did not finish all of those either. As much as I actually, I mean, they were fun, and they were interesting, and they added more character development, so I can definitely appreciate that. This is not DVP by PUP. Huh. Ballad of a Fallen Dad? Interesting. clearly I spent a lot of time watching these credits as they go by. Anyway. This is a very worthwhile game, and it's worth playing through yourself. There are some mini games where you can actually get special achievements unlocked if you play through them. There's a lot more to actually explore. Stuff that I've shown off, stuff that probably could have been done better. There are different paths that you can take through this game, different points of view that you can see. And honestly, I had a blast playing it. Even if it took me a really long time, for which I apologize. There I am. You're the best, Paps! But I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I hope to see you in future games as I go forward. Probably some more VNs, maybe some more other things that are going to be coming up along the way. I think after this game, we're going to be seeing a change up in how I approach the Let's Plays from this point forward, but that will be a mystery to unravel as it happens, instead of, spoiling everything now. But let's just take one last look at this game. Ah, yes. Damien in the graveyard. And I think actually that means, let's see, pay your bills early, take him back to this screen, Director's Cut, let's see, the gallery. Yep, shows the 4 paths that I have finished, so there's Damien, there's Craig, there's Hugo, and the one that I oopsed at the end of that episode with Matt. Whoopsie-doodle! But yes. So, I mean, if you play through this game yourself, you'll get to fill out that gallery, you'll get to fill in all of these colorful portraits over here. And, well, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time.